here we are at the Golden Lantern in Redcliffe to go chat with the mages, which is actually something that we didn't do with Andy. There's an awful lot of things in Redcliffe, like agents and quests, and I figured, I might as well have Elle do this, since Andy was a little too lazy to worry about coming to see the mages. He just went straight to the Templars.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
What about the giant hole in the veil that's spewing demons everywhere? You're just going to pretend it isn't there?
I am not forgetting the breach, but we can only fight one war at a time. The Templar threat was immediate. If we live, we can worry about the torn veil.
Here we go.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
That hood really...
Agents of the Inquisition.
Really?
Allow me to introduce Magister Fiona Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? An Arl would never voluntarily leave his seat.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here.
True. Poor Fiona. I do feel really bad for Fiona. Out of character.
Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Oh.
Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I really love Felix's character.
I shall send
Such a
word to the
shame.
Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Whew. Dorian,
Good.
Dorian,
You're finally
Dorian.
here. Now help me close this, would you?
With pleasure, sir. Oh, there we go. Ha ha! Away with you. Go, Blackwall, go. Yeah, Wally. I need a dispel. There we go. There we go. Go, L, go.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Let one Tevinter in. Suddenly they're scurrying out of all the walls like roaches.
Now, I'm ever so much more handsome than a cockroach. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Are you the one who sent that note, then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note.
Yeah, pretty
Start
much.
with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I'd like more proof than magical time control go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Very good point, Dorian.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me. And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch.
I'm sure you
Oh,
will,
and
Dorian.
Felix,
I'm sure you will.
try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Yeah, about that. Let's continue on with the main storyline, shall we? So, we opened up two options for ourselves.
You were saying
Champions
something
of the
about
Just and In Hush Whispers.
Cullen?
Yes. Haven has limited space for our soldiers to train. Perhaps we could set up something over here.
You see what just happened there? See, Cullen was distracted. As soon as she walked into the room, Cullen was like, and I think that's adorable. That's how I'm interpreting that, at least. It makes sense. Let's start with In Hushed Whispers.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Yeah, that's what Elle is thinking. This sounds like a trap, but I don't know if she's interested in falling into Alexius's trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Oh, there we go.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
Oh, Cullen
And if we don't even
cares.
try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
Has outplayed us.
Elle kind of is... The way Elle is interpreting, again, Cullen, is that she kind of feels that maybe Cullen claims that the only reason why he doesn't want us to go to Redcliffe is because, you know, he doesn't want to lose the only chance they have of closing the rift. But I don't know, she feels like, is there anything deeper in there? Could it be that Cullen has not an ulterior motive, but maybe subconsciously cares about her well-being? Not that he doesn't care about other people's well-being in general, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so I think Elle is sort of, you know, a little bit biased towards what Cullen wants.
Fine. We go get the Templars and they help us deal with Alexius.
My spies report the mages have already mobilized for war. Even if we succeed at recruiting the Templars, it will be too late to stop Alexius.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Yeah, but this isn't worth the trouble. I say we go with the Templars.
Forget the mages. We still have another option for closing the breach.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle.
Liliana, I
An
said forget
escape
the
route
mages.
for the family.
Liliana,
It's
did
too
you not
narrow
hear
for
me?
our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Llewellyn, we break the Magister's defenses. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Yeah, I don't think I want to mess with that.
Fortunately,
Oh,
you're
hey,
half
Dorian.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Hey, Dorian. Cullen's like,
Your
ooh,
spies
another
will never
handsome
get
man
past
is in here.
Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this.
Oh,
We
Cullen.
can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
I'd rather play to your bait, Cullen. Yeah, I think Elle is kind of starting to be a little more biased towards what Cullen thinks is best. So, as much as we love Dorian,
The Templars must help us close the breach. The Order was founded to fight magic.
We must first convince the Lord Seeker to bring the Templars out of exile.
We've received word from a knight recruit. They gather at Therinfal Redoubt.
It has been vacant for decades. Why go there?
We must approach the Lord Seeker again to get anywhere. We can ask him then.
If we present a plan to seal the breach, the Templars may ally with us.
First, we must prove ourselves a more attractive prospect.
oh, Elle's got that
If
covered.
it's status the Lord Seeker seeks, the Inquisition will approach him after allying with the noblest houses in Orlais.
They'll come with us to Therinfal and demand the Templars help close the breach.
You believe that will work?
Even the Lord Seeker would find it difficult to ignore so many nobles on his doorstep.
Yes, especially when led by the Herald of Andraste.
If it stops the sky from ripping open, I'm listening.
Rumors you were saved from the fate by Andraste have grown legion among the Templars.
Legion, eh?
We've done our part to encourage them.
A herald with a few companions may be dismissed, easily set aside. That same herald returning with noble support will be reconsidered, as will the power of the Inquisition.
This could be why Andraste saved me, to lead her Templars against the breach.
Perhaps also to convince the Lord Seeker to abandon the mania that has seized him.
True.
With respect, after his appearance in Val Royeaux, hang what the Lord Seeker thinks.
Oh,
We do not
Cullen.
need the Lord Seeker.
Whoa.
We need his Templars, with or without his approval. The breach will not wait for our differences to settle.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go with this.
Several noble Orlesian houses will petition the Templars to help us stop the breach. Lord Dabernash will approach you. Sign nothing he offers, but his gossip's reliable.
I hope he knows the Lord Seeker's mood. The Templars will never help without his consent.
All right, we've got the power. I've got the power. Let's go to Therinfal Redoubt. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm trying to mix things up in this playthrough. Last time we brought, if I remember correctly, Blackwall, Vivienne, and Iron Bull. So let me bring a completely different party. I'll bring a warrior. My warrior will be Cassandra, which kind of makes sense if we're going to the Templars. Cassandra's a seeker. That may help. We're gonna need a rogue. I'll bring Varric to this one. And now, do I want to bring Solus? I feel like Solus gets an awful lot of screen time. I'll bring Sarah. I'll bring Sarah to this one. So we've got 2 rogues, a mage, and a warrior. I think that'll be fine. So, yeah, I'm happy with this. Keep in mind that both Sarah and Varric are 2-bladed rogues. Neither of them are ranged. I know, but I think it's gonna be fun. So.
The Herald of Andraste! Lord Esmerel Abernash, honored to participate. It is not unlike the second dispersal of the reclaimed Dales. Nothing? Divinity puts you above such things, I suppose. The Lord Seeker is willing to hear our petition about closing the breach. A credit to our alliance with the Inquisition. Care to mark the moment? 10 Orlesian houses walk with you.
That's pretty cool.
The Inquisition values this alliance, Lord Abernash. The Templars must see reason. We can't let the breach endanger us any longer.
Oh yes, ghastly-looking thing. The Lord Seeker can't think we're ignoring it. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'd divulge what finally got their attention. Rumor will, if you won't.
What do you mean?
The Lord Seeker won't meet us until he greets the Inquisition in person. Quite a surprise after the spat in Val Royaux.
The Inquisition only asks the Lord Seeker help us close the breach.
Then it's all been arranged by your ambassador. Let the diplomats work their magic if you trust them. Between you and I, the Chantry never took advantage of their Templars. Wiser heads should steer them. Here we are, Therinfal Redoubt.
Here we are.
Oh, it screams. I hate fun and kick puppies, doesn't it?
There, Varric.
It appears they've sent someone to greet you. Present well. Everyone is a little tense for my liking.
Knight Templar Varys. Oh, I love this man. And this time I'm determined to keep him alive.
Knight Templar, Sir Delrin Barris, second son of Ban Jevrin Barris of Ferelden. Sir Barris, may I be so honored as to present Lord Esmeralda Abernash?
I'm the one who sent word to Cullen. He
I
said
love
the
his
Inquisition
voice.
works to close this breach in the Vale.
Love his voice. And his eyes.
I didn't think you'd bring such lofty company.
Paris. Moderate holdings, your family. And the second son?
This promise of status has garnered interest from the Lord Seeker. Beyond sense. The sky burns with magic, but he ignores all calls to action until your friends arrive.
Should a Seeker lead the Templars this way?
In an emergency, if there's no other recourse. But his goal should be to restore them to order.
He has taken command. Permanently.
If he feels there is a holy mandate.
That is what the Lord Seeker claims, and our commanders parrot him. The Lord Seeker's actions make no sense. He promised to restore the Order's honor, then marched us here to wait. Templars should know their duty, even when held from it.
About time one of you gobs said that.
Win over the Lord Seeker, and every able-bodied knight will help the Inquisition seal the breach.
If you think we're right, abandon the Lord Seeker and help us.
We can't abandon our orders. Not while the officers who survived the Conclave follow him. We've been asked to accept much after that shameful display in Val Royaux. Our truth changes on the hour.
Don't keep your betters waiting, Barris. There's important work for those born to it.
The Lord Seeker has a request before you meet him. These are the standards. An honored right, centered on the people, the Maker, and the Order. The Lord Seeker asks that you perform the rite, so he may see the order in which you honor them.
What if I fail?
Well, there's no correct answer. The ritual simply shows Watchers who you are and what you value.
Fancy title aside, I don't actually command the Inquisition.
That doesn't seem to matter. The Lord Seeker changed everything to meet you. Not the Inquisition. You. By name.
Right.
Why?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. He's been fixated on you ever since your horde of nobles arrived.
The Lord Seeker makes us shuffle flags around. Refuse! Let's meet the man already.
No, I'll do the ritual.
We'll complete the ritual as the Lord Seeker requests.
When you've completed the rite, I'll take you to him.
Because why
Once
not?
you finish the standards, the Lord Seeker will see you, Harold.
Hang your own drink.
What do I do again?
Raise the flag most important to you to the highest position. All are worthy causes. The ritual shows others what's dear to you.
Are most visitors asked to perform this ritual?
We don't usually let outsiders see it at all. The standards is a rite undertaken by recruits. It's normally followed by a long study of how the order was used in the past.
See, it's pointless. Just bark your preferences to the bloody room.
Hush now. Mommy and Daddy are talking.
Brushed me aside in Valroyo. What changed?
Nothing. Except the company you keep. Finish the standards and you can ask the Lord Seeker why his opinion of the Herald improved.
Do you believe Andraste saved me at the Conclave?
Some of my brethren look at the rent in the sky and pray Andraste has sent a savior. But my thoughts aren't important. Only the outcome of your visit matters.
You didn't actually answer my question, Sir Barris, but that's okay. I'll let you slide just because you're just adorable.
Do the other Templars have faith in what the Inquisition stands for?
You aren't the heralds they taught us to expect, but your race could be part of Andraste's message.
True.
More troubling is your company. We've had no end of pain from shits like him.
Have care, knight.
They should have no appeal to the Lord Seeker. Our doors shouldn't open to power flaunted. I don't recognize what the Order is becoming.
All right, Templar.
Place the standards where you will.
Put the Templar standards up, Herald, or I'll lay them out and walk on them. Misty again. Cold today. You're the one who said following the Lord Seeker would bring us to a better place.
No, I can't go.
Trade with the Chantry.
Okay, so Andy and Elle are completely different. They're almost polar opposites of each other. Because for Andy, the Maker was definitely the one at the very bottom, and for Elle, the Maker to her is going to be the most important thing. The Maker is going to be at the very top.
Chantry and Andraste, Bride of the Maker.
And then the people will be second.
Fitting place for Our Lady.
Oh, Cassandra approves of that.
I'd leave the lot of it, if not for promises made.
Traditionally, a participant in the rite now explains their choices to those assembled.
I let faith guide me. I decided based on politics. I picked at random. My reasons are my own. I let faith guide me.
This was a question of what I believe.
Hush now,
I let
Sarah.
faith guide my answers.
On a whim? If it wasn't to impress the Lord Seeker, why bother at all?
On
I
a
suppose
whim?
those are your intentions.
My intent is to deal with people who matter. You helmed louts are wasting the Inquisition's time, and my time. Unacceptable!
The Lord Seeker awaits you both. Follow me.